Many of those who believe the totally unfounded conspiracies and prophecies of QAnon expected January 20th to be Judgment Day. They believe the falsehood that former President Trump was helping fight an elite satanic cabal that abuses children.
They really did anticipate that Donald Trump would declare martial law, he would be president again for another 4 years at least, and that all of their enemies would be rounded up and the truth would be revealed.
So when President Biden took the oath, there was confusion and disappointment. How long does it take the Fed to run up the stairs and arrest him, one person wrote. Anyone else feeling beyond let down? A top QAnon message board administrator wrote, "We gave it our all. Now we need to keep our chins up and go back to our lives as best we are able." But that's just some QAnon supporters. Professor Alice Marwick studies the movement.
There's one group of QAnons who are just rolling with it, who are coming up with new narratives, new conspiracies, that Trump is still really the president, that the military is going to take over in just a couple of days.
Still others are simply waiting.
I know some Q believers talk about a storm coming.
Yes, and I believe that's going to come possibly even today. Possibly even today.
We first met John Pope outside Pittsburgh in October.
And we're led to believe that Q could very well be JFK Jr.
Do you believe that JFK Jr. is alive?
Something in my heart tells me yes.
Except that he died in a plane crash.
John says he wasn't sure what to expect on Inauguration Day, and he still has faith an awakening is coming. The mysterious Q has only posted 4 times since Election Day.
Q never set any dates. We just follow Q and what Q says. Anything outside of Q is outside comms, which Q has said many times, do not listen to outside comms.
So you're waiting for Q's signal.
Yeah, Q, well, there will be an emergency broadcast system. Basically, everybody's going to see everything with evidence and stuff.
Professor Marwick says some who've been profiting off Q and Q merchandise will keep the mythology going. But she worries that disillusioned former QAnon supporters may be attracted to darker ideologies.
I think there's a group of people right now who are very vulnerable to even more extremist belief systems once they're disillusioned with Q. They might turn to, white nationalism or to militias or to doomsday prepping. Those are people who have lost something that was very central to their identity, and they're going to be looking for something else.
My goodness, Kate, I mean, it's all so troubling. Any evidence at this point that other extremist groups are looking to recruit some of these QAnon members?
Yeah, Craig, actually there is. We've already seen posts on Telegram, for example, telling white nationalists how to recruit former QAnon adherents. And my colleague Ben Collins, who you saw, has found some of the Q influencers, people who made a living off QAnon, have already moved on to new conspiracy theories, and they're taking their followers with them, Craig.
How do you make a living off QAnon, Kate? Just really quickly.
There's a lot of merchandise. I mean, you saw it in our video. You saw hats and shirts. And okay. I mean, there are a lot of people who have actually marketed the Q phenomenon.
Okay. Kate Snow. Kate, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.